Hi, my name is Stephanie Poussant, and today we're going to look at the do while and while loops. The while versus do while. So let's take a look at the while loop. In general, you start out with while. You have your conditional statement, and if this condition is true, then the code is executed between the curly braces. In the do while loop, we put do first. We execute the code within the curly braces, and then afterwards we check and see if the condition is true. So let's take a look at this in action. So as you can see here, I have all my code already done, just commented out. You do not want to watch me type this out because it will take me forever. So I've already went ahead and put it in here ahead of time, and then we'll look at each one individually first. So the first one we'll look at is the while loop, so that you can see this. And I've just we look at the iterator, and this one in this case is I, and it equals 0. And I'm actually going to change this to 3. So while I is less than 3, it's going to place a green ball on the stage and add and increment I by 1. So we can go ahead and save this and take a look, and it should put 3 of them on the stage for us. 1, 2, 3. Great. So it's saying that while I is less than 3 and I is starting out at 0, for I is 0, this condition is true. It adds 1, then I is 1. It checks, and I is yes, still less than 3, so it puts another one on the stage and adds 1 to I, and then does it again for I equals 2, and then once I equals 3, it stops. So let's take a look at the do while. And very, very similar, just written a little bit differently. And here I use J just because by the time if I used I, when I got down here, I would already be 3, so we don't want that. Do have to change this condition. So now everything in here is the same, except the only difference is I'm using a red ball just so you can see the difference. So J is 0, similar to I is 0. We have the ball that we're going to put on the stage. They're placed in the same place as we would with the green ball. The only difference is using it J to position it over instead of I, and then I placed it at 200, and then increment J by 1 each time. And then the condition is while J is less than 3. So let's take a look at this. And there you have it. 1, 2, 3 green balls and 1, 2, 3 red balls. And this applies the same way, where we do this. J is 0. We check that. Okay, the condition is true. So let's go ahead and do this again. And now J should be 1. It's still less than 3. So yes, let's do this again. So it does this code again and checks it. And at this point, J is now 2. So it's still less than 3. So we'll do it again. Or it actually, the first time it goes through, it's J is 1 because it's already added this. So even though this number is 0, after the first time it's 1. So it does it 3 times because it'll be J is 1, J is 2, J is 3, and then once it sees that it's 3, it's no longer true, so it stops. So what if we made the condition false? How would that work? So let's let's make I is less than 0 because we know that's going to be false right off the bat, and see what happens. So we got 1 ball, 1 red ball. Why did we get a red ball? Well, in a while loop, it checks the condition first. So it will check and see if it's true, and since I is 0 and I in the condition is they want less than 0, this condition is not true. So it won't even run the stuff in the code. Now if we go down here in the do while loop, it runs this code first, so it puts it on the stage once right away, and then it checks to see if it's true. So it's already false because we're saying J is 0, so it's not less than 0. So it's false. So it ran it once, and then it put it on the stage. Or it ran it once, and then it checked the condition. So that's the difference between a do while and a while loop. Thank you.